There's power in a drum beat on a hill above the sea. Power in the voice of a supporter. But it all amounts to nothing. Together we don't sing. There's power when we're North Boise. And they go forever. Old Town Stingery. Valley and mountain shine brown to the sea. And the colors of our rainbow, sunset orange, Tory green. There's power when we're North Boise. ST loyal forever. Someday North County. Desert to islands. Get loud now, you and me. All our voices strong together as we cheer on our team. There is power when we're North Boise.
Hello, Eric, and hello, fellow Locals listeners.
Hey there, Taylor.
I guess I'm host one tonight. It's the first time I get to go for this as the man in charge, which we all know I'm not. So I just like to welcome you here, Mr. Eric.
Thanks, Taylor. Glad to be here. It's an honor. Very excited to be here with you tonight, and got some big news coming up in a bit.
There's some exciting stuff going down, but we've got a little time that's coming in for the podcast. So to start things off, let's do a little recap and shout outs before we get to what we both would really like to know, because no one's told us anything yet. Who won the kit contest? I kid. We do know the answer. It was Charlie. Charlie won. They snuck in an entry, didn't tell us.
I know. I mean, how can we compete with those guys? It's ridiculous. I mean, look
kind
at
of not
this.
fair.
Yeah.
So just looking here at the rundown. I don't know, I guess what stands out the most for you, Eric, through the last week of everything that's happened since the last podcast? We didn't have a game on the weekend, so that was kind of different.
It was different. It was a little kind of got a little more anticipation and build up for that game last night, though. Some Monday Night Football. Great match there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend in person, but I did watch a great win for our boys, wearing the Siempre Leal kits again. They looked really, really solid defensively. Best defensive game I've seen in a while from them. So I was very happy to see that. Little scary with Kyle. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we should definitely get into like a big talk about the game later. But I did see that, and I was, that did not look comfortable.
No, and then unfortunately, I think we were both out of town this weekend, so we both
out of town. We were both we were close together. You were in San Jose, right? And I was in San Francisco.
Yes, exactly. So we both missed out on the training session for the supporters groups. Looks like everybody had a good time based on the photos I saw. Also missed out on the Pride Parade, unfortunately. Looks like we had a good showing for that as well, though.
It's always a tough one for us because almost inevitably Ashley's birthday is on the 16th, and it's almost always Pride weekend. And so we actually have some awesome friends who miss out on Pride events a lot of times to hang out with us, or we'll combine it into her birthday. And this year we decided to mix it up and let them have a break from us. And we took a break from Pride, which was still a bummer, but we had a good time. I guess I'll give you the quick highlight of the weekend, which was we went and saw Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on Friday at the Current Theater in San Francisco. And that is, if you're a Harry Potter person, go see it. It's 3.5 hours long, but it is some amazing stage work. I keep trying to bug my brother because he worked on building the theater and he's worked backstage before as one of the stage hands. They wear like black cloaks and run around on stage, and I wanted him to tell me secrets and he wouldn't do it. So to catch more on the Taylor's Harry Potter play recap podcast, tune in tomorrow night at 12:50.
12:50. Good time though. Yeah. Actually, that's funny because my wife and my two older boys actually saw that in Toronto a couple weeks ago, and they loved it. So
it was really cool.
Yeah.
If you guys if anybody wants to bug me on random in the Discord or DM me and ask me questions about getting tickets, where to sit, it was very cool. I like Harry Potter, but it surprised me. It was very good. All right, I'll stop about Harry Potter now because I could actually go on. That play was impressive. Stage work.
Yeah. That's what I heard. It's funny because Ashley's birthday is the 16th. My wife's birthday is the 18th. So I guess we were both doing like a kind of birthday weekend.
Runaway. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we did a little wine tasting, went to Russian River Brewery, home of Pliny the Elder. So it was great. Yeah, it was amazing.
So good. So I guess the only other things big leading into the weekend's game, I think it happened only a couple days after our game on that Saturday, is that Kyle Adams' red card was suspended. I thought that was good to see that the league was willing to admit how terribly wrong they were. It doesn't fix anything in the game, but dealing with him missing against, we didn't want to be the team with only one sub, right? So it was good to have him back.
It was, and we also got Kyle back. Kyle Vassell, also Stoneman's red card suspension was over for Monday, so it was good to have all three of those core players back for Monday night.
Starting lineup was very strong, very strong.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think that was big through the last week, and then I don't know if anybody else in the chat had anything that thought was big deal over the last week. I don't know how many people are. Let me go check how many people are here today. Oh, not bad. 9. There's people there. You guys got to sound off. You got anything you thought was great in the last week?
Well, I mean, the thing that really bothers me, it was great that they rescinded the red card, but there was no official statement from USL that, hey, shouldn't have been a red card. We messed up. Clearly was not a handball. But, I just wish they would have taken a little responsibility for it.
Yeah, baby steps for the league to even just this season we were actually getting penalties awarded to us. So, baby steps.
That's true. Got to take what we can get.
I think the other thing that was really big was, besides the training session, was Pride. And I wish maybe somebody will come on later for the lounge that's willing to come in and talk about what it was like at Pride. But I mean, big shout outs. I saw a lot of pictures from a lot of different people. Look at that photo. There's Chavos, there's locals, there's Rainbow Loyals. I mean, that's awesome to see how many people are out there. I saw the big, we had a big banner and it said, was it football or soccer is for everyone, something to that effect. I saw some great videos of the drummers banging out tunes, going down the streets, and it's just awesome to see us supporting the community.
Yeah, it was great to see that. I also saw a lot of videos posted on social media, Twitter and Instagram, showing the locals, Chavos, Rainbow Loyals, all down there for Pride, doing their part to, represent the community. It was really good to see.
I think that's something that we've always made sure that, for both supporters groups, that's been their day one with no caveats, right? I mean, we've had support of that community, as you should support all communities. So I've appreciated that, and that's the one thing I really missed out on not being there this weekend. Is I think marching with the team in the parade with the supporters groups is really cool. Really, very cool.
I also missed out on that marching in the parade, but I feel like I did my part with the Pride Raiser, so at least I can feel good about that.
We did an awesome job with Pride Raiser, yeah. And I'm gonna guess that we're probably doing something similar next season. So it was also awesome. I don't know if you saw the Sirens and the Wave supporters groups marched as well. So there was a large section of just soccer supporting culture in San Diego represented. So I think that's shout out to them too, right? Supporter groups got to support each other.
No, it's good to see, and you can tell that the soccer community in San Diego is growing. Even with the NWSL here now, it seems to me like more and more every game, Torero is getting more sellouts or fuller to capacity with each week with the loyal. So I mean, I'd love to see that. So
I want to say I think on Monday night they announced attendance at 4,000 and something, which it's always hard to get people in on weekdays. That was a rescheduled game. Some people I think gave up their tickets for that game to go to other games. So I know I was originally planning on going, and we were just exhausted from a busy weekend and decided it was better for our health with Comic-Con coming up this weekend to miss one. I'm like this if I'm going to make Saturday's game. So I'm trying to figure that out because Comic-Con all day and then soccer at night's pretty grueling. So
I think you can do it, Taylor. You just got to push through.
I'm trying to push and rally, but we'll see. Even if I just am showing up to the gates after first kick, so. Well,
I'll definitely be there, and if you're not, we can all make fun of Taylor.
You can do that even if I'm there, which is pretty cool. And let's see. The only other thing to talk about is, and I think we kind of briefly brought this up, is Jack Blake, man of the match, and a solid 3-0 win.
What a banger that was, huh?
That was we needed it. I think he needed that. We needed that. He had a great, honestly, like the banger was beautiful, but that assist that he dropped to Thomas was wow.
Oh yeah. So Guido off the post. Blake has the presence of mind to get on the ball before it goes across the end line.
Yep.
Chips it up to Among, who just finishes it beautifully in the roof of the net. It was beautiful.
Yeah, that was a great. There was a lot of plays that like Nick Moon was having a good old time on the left wing. Like there was just a lot of overlap, a lot of good through ball work, like just nice complete soccer.
Yeah, even that 50-yard run that Moon had for the second yellow. I mean,
yes.
I felt like that was going to be a goal if he wasn't fouled there.
I think they knew it was going to be a goal too, and went with the decision they're like, I know what this is, and we're just going to stay a little bit less deep in the hole, right?
We still got the goal out of it anyway.
I know, right? Let's see. There was one other thing here. Oh, just got a shout out to the hosts last week, right? We had Sean Duffy, Tom Blick, and Jerry Bart. Well, no shout outs to Tom Blick. We've discussed this. I don't do shout outs to Tom. Just kidding. Of course. Always great to have those guys on. I hang out with Jerry a lot. It's always good to hear him voice his opinion on anything, and all three.
Yeah, I mean,
always fun. And I've really enjoyed mixing it up with different hosts this year too.
You know, and I mean, we don't want to discuss what happened last Saturday, but I think they did a great job of, just coming on and, making sure we were all entertained, regardless of what that scoreline may or may not have been.
That's always a tough one to follow because there's nothing to really, you don't have that reset yet, right? And it's just short time. And so I think they did a great job of just making sure that like, hey, we got to get through it. And those are tough ones. And you get to, it's cathartic to have the session where you just get to be angry for a little bit too. I'll admit it's, for all of us, right? We're all in here in the same boat.
It's much nicer to come on after a nice 3-0 win, though. I mean, for sure.
I will agree with that. All right, so Taylor, I think it's about that time. So yeah, I think that was the last thing. Is I think before we play the videos, I think what I was on. Let's see, I was on 2 weeks ago when we discussed the original designs, and I want to say another just huge shout out to everyone that submitted a design to the contest. First round, second round finalists. It takes a lot to take some time and effort to put something in there, and I hope you had fun doing it. I had fun seeing all the different unique stuff. It's there was stuff I didn't even think of like as it would ever be a design, and it was cool to see out there. So big shout out to all the designers that were part of this. And I don't know if we're going to do it again and what we'll do again, but I think at some point in the future, maybe it's 2 years from now, we do some other kind of contest or do something because it's really cool to see people's unique perspectives.
Yeah, it was great to see all the different designs. So again, shout out to everyone who submitted a design for the contest. Unfortunately, our other finalist, Corbin, couldn't be with us because it's about 5 a.m. in Germany where he is now. And I think he's running on 2 hours of sleep for the past 3 days or something like that. But
he's like awesome. Not even 18 or just turned 18. He'll figure it out. Honestly, I can't say enough good things because Corbin, every game day message him to say, hey, I should be good for man of the match tonight. As long as you hear from me before, kickoff, I've got you. And that's actually been great to have somebody that's not at the games, never worried about being at the games on a different time zone. So he can have this night off. And
we'll let him slide. Right. We'll let him slide this one time.
One time. So I think John, if you're ready, I think we're ready to see who won the kit design contest. Okay.
Hey, locals. Sorry I couldn't make it to the podcast tonight. I have pretty spotty cell reception out here on Catalina Island. Why am I here? Well, maybe, definitely, possibly, there's a Catalina wine mixer happening, and so whenever that happens, I just gotta go. But I really do want to take some time and talk about my trip over here. Got to see a couple blue whales. That was pretty incredible. It's incredible nature, and this wine is pretty delicious. But I'm pretty sure you want to know who won the kit contest. And far be it from me to tell you more about incredible nature and the beauty of, a mother and child blue whale. But instead, I will tell you, we had 7 amazing member-driven designs this year, and I really want to tell you who did triumph. But I want to thank our 3 finalists, specifically Corbin, Eric, and Taylor, for having just wonderful designs. You guys voted into the top 3, and the winner of those 3 is Taylor's 94 Locals kit. And hopefully they'll be able to tell you some more information about when and where you can find that. But congratulations, Taylor. Congratulations to everybody for participating, and excited to wear this one. Kind of like this one I got on here. Maybe come into a Catalina wine mixer near you. Cheers.
See, now I want wine to celebrate as your gracious. I'm just kidding.
As you should. Congratulations.
No,
Taylor.
thank you. It was. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was like, oh yeah, I'll do this, and then getting into the second round, I was like, oh man, now I kind of want to win this, and then you have to wait with bated breath, and not to ruin the sausage making, but Drew was gracious enough to let us know before tonight, all 3 of us, and gave us a nice little congratulations. That was cool.
Yeah.
It was exciting. I will say, I can honestly say I did actually vote for your kit, Eric, for my initial round of voting.
Much appreciated.
I don't know if you watched the podcast. I had a lot of nice things to say about it.
You did. Yes. Thank you very much. I also had yours in my top choice ranking as well as Cardinals. So.
Thank you for recognizing that I was fishing for compliments. I do appreciate it. But I think the key thing is that you can actually pre-order the kit starting right now.
Tonight. Yes.
Tonight. Bam! Look at that. It's up. It's ready to roll. And because we actually had help from them last year, we actually have sizing charts this time for all 3 kits. And so we'll be dropping this info in the Discord, and eventually emails will be going out. But as of right now, if you guys want to type that web address in, you can pre-order the kit tonight. It's going to be the same as last year. It's $50 with a $5 discount for members.
Don't forget the discount.
Don't forget your discount. And then you'll be able to order those through Thursday, I believe, of next week. Let me double check. I don't want to mess up these dates. Yes, customization orders are through the 28th. So if you want to customize it like we did last year, where mine says Tay Tay on it, and there's some great customized jerseys, ones with 109 and
lots of 109s. Yep.
109s. Mine's 25. That's my member number from season 1.
Mine's 96 for my Locals number as well.
There you go. So pretty cool. So you can start with pre-ordering and customizing tonight. And then we're going to leave them open a little bit longer than the next Thursday. That's the deadline for customization orders. If you're on the fence, or you want a plain one, you have until, looks like it's saying Sunday, August 7th. And then after that, they're going to go into production. So it's pretty cool. The company Olive in York, they're always really responsive with us. They give us feedback on if things are designable or not. And this happened with the last jersey. So what you will see is right now we've got the image up from the contest, but there will be some minor differences when we do the final. I don't know if anyone actually bothered zooming in, but there's some pixelization artifacts. Those will go away. The crest will be stitched again, just like it was on the previous one, which I think is pretty cool, as well as the Olive in York logo will be stitched. So
they did a great job with the jerseys last year. So, it's really good to be working with them again, because we know that they do quality work. So excited to see this come to fruition again here. So
absolutely.
Very exciting.
If anybody hasn't checked them out on Instagram or Twitter or whatever they're on, I think they're mostly on Twitter. They just make cool supporters jerseys and imaginary jerseys. And honestly, I have limits on how many jerseys I can buy myself a year, because otherwise I go nuts.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm in the same boat. My wife gets mad at me all the time, but
and we got World Cup coming up, although if things play out the way I think they will, I don't know if I'm going to need a new USA jersey. So.
Yeah, let's not go down that road, because that is just hot garbage.
But this one's going to look great, and it is.
It's
a little bit of a different green. Kind of now we're blending colors. We've got the the Siempre Leal into the Locals 94, which is like a throwback green, to the classic darker Tory greens. Although I don't know if anybody knows, the diamonds are Tory green on the edges of the kit. They look a little black sometimes in imagery, but
Yeah, no, you got the toy green, the yellow, the orange, all of the main colors that we associate with the Loyal. So it's a sharp looking kit. So everyone should be excited to wear it in the supporters section of 109. Hopefully have a few more home matches towards the end of the season where we can show these off.
absolutely. And the pro tip is, if you want to wear it, it's got a good like throwback World Cup vibe. So just wear it during the World Cup too. Who cares?
There you go. It'll be better than the U.S. jersey, I can assure you of that.
That's everything. All signs point to yes. I think, let's see. That kind of covers it. I guess one other point to cover here is merch related is the summer scarves are out and about and ready for purchase still. $18 for those, I don't know what it was like in the stadium yesterday, but I'm guessing it was warm. And the light scarves are definitely a win. So you can add that to the cart while you're shopping on Bums Bazaar. I think the other thing is, besides their game next Saturday, the game following that is, I guess you want to talk about Saturday or the bus trip first?
Yeah, let's talk about Saturday. We've got RGV. Be nice to, get a little revenge on them based
Absolutely.
on, what happened when we had to travel down there in that black hole of a stadium where weird things just seem to happen.
Yeah, and I'm still not sure where Rio Grande Valley is. Is it really a place?
I think so. I think it's down kind of by Brownsville from what I've seen. I don't know.
It's like
South
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yes. Southern tip somewhere. But they've not been in the best form. We've won, I believe, 4 of the last 5. And we don't really, or 3 of the last 4, maybe it is.
So, yeah, we've got 4 out of the last 5. They've got a win, 2 draws, and 2 losses out of their last 5. So
yeah, so just going on form, it looks like yeah, we definitely need to get some points. It's nice that Colorado's kind of caught up in games played now. San Antonio as well, so we don't have that huge game in hand problem. We can kind of see where everybody actually lies.
It's nice. I'm not having to do dump the entire standings into Excel and rearrange it by points per game. But I actually looked at doing that today, and I was like, oh, I don't have to do that today because the top 3 are like, this is understood. Like, it doesn't matter how many points per game it works. But
yes, well, we definitely want to get those 3 points at home to try to keep climbing up and secure that home playoff game for sure. So I think this is a good opportunity for that. And then we'll just sounds like you wanted to talk about maybe an upcoming locals on tour situation maybe happening soon, Taylor.
Yeah, so those are still live on the site. We've got locals on tour. There's actually a couple coming up going forward. The pressing one is the bus to Orange County, which gets to be on a Saturday, which we don't normally get Saturday buses because LA likes to not allow fans in the stadium. So this should be pretty exciting. $45 per seat. I think anybody that's gone on the bus before doesn't really have to be sold on it. But if you haven't, ask questions to the people that have. I think that's going to convince you to go on it more than me telling you to. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. There's beer, there's camaraderie, there's snacks, there's usually karaoke on the way home. And you don't have to drive to Orange County, which is like maybe the best part.
That's worth the price of admission right there. And just one more thing that's very important. The $45 does not include the match ticket price. Right. So if you are a season ticket holder this season and you have not already used it, the club will pay for 1 match ticket for you. So hit up our boy Weston. Say, I want my OC ticket. He can hook you up for sure. Otherwise, I'm sure Jason does a great job of putting all these things together. I'm sure there'll be some sort of way to get a hold of a ticket as well to sit together. So that's
actually, that has been updated. It looks like in red, it got notified here, which I just caught up to. I found my place on the rundown is the tickets are on Bums Bazaar, $18 for Orange County.
There we go. There you go.
So if you're thinking about doing the Monterey game as well, I would use my free ticket on that as a season ticket holder because those are looking to be a little bit more expensive.
So
either one. That's our next. So we got July 30th, and then a little bit further away now, but it's going to take some planning because it's Monterey. Is September 3rd, which Monterey is a beautiful place, worth making a weekend out of. I think I think Jerry and his girlfriend are considering going. I think Alicia and Chris are considering going. A few other people have already brought it up, but that should be an amazing time. It looks like their stadium's like really nice because it's right on the water. It's at the
and you can see former loyal players Anthony Siaha and Chase Boone, who are now
that's true.
starring for Monterey
Bay. Well,
both doing very well. So you like to see it. Hopefully not against us, but we like to see them continue success. Yeah.
I think those are the two. So I would say I don't think we've got a little bit more time to buy the bus tickets. We leave them open as long as we can to make sure that we try to make the bus happens. And if you're thinking about going, I would just go ahead and buy it now because the one key is if we don't get enough seats, we don't run the bus. It's kind of a make or break just because buses are expensive. So if you haven't done a bus trip, OC is actually a pretty nice stadium to go see a game at. They put us in kind of this little corner that's not a bad view of the stadium. They keep all their food trucks and vendors in kind of one nice area. And they have Califino tequila, which I think is really funny. But
Califino may or may not be a sponsor of Two Balls and a Mic. I'm not sure.
No, I cannot confirm nor deny those allegations. So I think those are the things. I believe the game ticket link, if you've already used up your away ticket for Monterey, is in the Discord event link as well. I think that kind of gets us. Let me make sure. I'm going to scroll through here right now. I guess. Oh, the only other thing is next Saturday's game does have a T-shirt giveaway. I mean, that's always nice. I usually
wear 2,000 fans, I believe, right?
2,000 fans. Yep.
So you want to make sure and get there early because
they've been going quick recently, especially if you want a decent size.
Right. So get there early and make sure to be there for the march. 6:35 at the fountain, everybody.
Yeah, same classic stuff. We're doing Coronado at 4, March at 6:35. Man of the match Discord in the 70th minute. Again, big props to Corbin for making sure that goes well and for the leadership team that gets that information communicated and helps find those right people to go down to the field. And as usual, we'll be post-matching at O'Brien's on after the game.
And shout-outs to everyone who comes and helps set up beforehand and also take everything down afterwards. We appreciate all the help.
That makes a big difference. So I guess the only other thing I'd like to do for right now inside the normal part of the podcast is if there's any questions that people have, kind of locals, leadership maybe related questions, not lounge questions. Ooh, Alicia brought up Califino is doing a contest now to win their suite for 20 people to the game.
I believe that's for the Orange County game, right?
That's for the Orange County. So if everyone goes in, we can just move the whole supporter section to the lounge and just really piss off the people that have paid for that lounge seat. Or have a place to run away to when you need a break from drumming. So that's pretty cool. I think, Alicia, I think you linked that somewhere in the Discord. So if go back and dig for it, maybe she'll link it again. I did see her post that. That's pretty rad.
And if you're not taking advantage of the Discord as part of your membership, get on there. And, lots of good information. People joke around with each other. You get lots of inside information on things. So it's a good thing to have for sure.
Information usually goes there first before we have because we can just easily tell people before we get to push it out to, regular socials where you actually have to build a graphic and, make sure it's posted correctly. And also, man of the match voting. There you go. Alicia says it's on Instagram. She'll relink the post. Awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah, maybe we should just all enter that contest. That's not a bad move.
I mean, what do you got to lose? 5 minutes of your time.
I'm going to be spending that on Discord anyway. So
exactly.
I think I'm trying to make sure. I just always feel like I'm missing something before we switch over to the lounge. But there wasn't a lot of big news because there wasn't a lot of griping I had to the game, and we could definitely talk more about the game in the lounge, but I want to make sure we get all the good information out. There's a reminder here, a little, if people are looking to help out with stuff like being on the locals lounge or helping produce it or doing other stuff, hit up leadership, hit up me, hit up Drew. You want to help with setup, same thing. Just let somebody know. And if we're not the right person for it, we're going to get you. And even if it's not one of leadership, if it's somebody like Eric, who is there at every game and you feel comfortable talking to him, hit him up and he'll get you in contact with the right person. There's always somebody that's going to be able to help you, fulfill your dream of being an insider, right? And more realistically is letting us use you as labor. Just kidding. No, it takes a lot of people, and we appreciate every bit of help we get. And it gives a break to those people that are there all the time too. So always appreciate it. And if you want to help, let us know.
Yeah, everyone's a volunteer. So the more help that we can get, the better. So we appreciate everybody who helps out for sure.
Other than that, I think. Oh, and you think that party bus comes from Orange County? Oh, look at here we go.
There we go.
20 friends, Califino, bam. Round trip in a bus.
It's a private cabana even.
All right. Yeah, we gotta enter this giveaway. Break room.
Perfect.
That's great.
It is in royal colors too, so I think it's just a sign that we need to win it.
Could you? Oh man, I'm just thinking about that. How funny it would be to be the winners. Anyway, I'll stop myself.
Oh, Alicia says San Diego County as well. So
and they know what they're getting themselves into. Perfect. So that's the inside information that we got to have all the people helping us find. Well, I don't know, Eric. I think we've kind of got through our rundown. John can tell me if I'm totally missing something here, but I think
we've hit everything, Taylor. I guess we can go over the game in a little more detail if you want in the lounge, or anything else. Anybody in the comments?
I think that's all good in the lounge. I think the key takeaways were from the game, at least, it was a complete win. It wasn't, honestly, I will say a minor point. I'm not saying I pity them or anything, but it's a bummer that Colorado Springs wasn't at full strength to say we beat them that way. But they had every chance to be.
I don't know about that. That was a pretty strong squad they put out on the field.
Their 11 I don't think was any different than it could have been. It was the lack
one sub kind of sucks.
That's tough. I'm glad their keeper didn't get injured, because that's never good. I can't ever wish that on anybody. But honestly, this is a sign of they claim, we only have. If that happened to us, we would have brought up select players, right? That's what you have. Where they didn't have a. I don't know. We'll get into this. That was my thing. Is I think that covers us.
All right, sounds good.
So
where can people find you on Twitter, Taylor?
Oh, you can always look for me on Twitter or Instagram at Victorian Pornstar, which is, fun. No vowels, though. We don't need vowels where we're going.
No vowels. And people, if they want to follow me on Twitter, it's just at Eric D. Wilkie. Not on Instagram or Facebook, really. So you can find me on Twitter, on the Twitter machines there if you want.
It's always good. And you can definitely find us both, probably more than you need to, on Discord.
Yes.
Other than that, I just want to thank Drew for setting the contest up again. I think I can't thank him enough. That was a fun thing. And I want to thank John, as always, for running the back room of the podcast. It makes a big difference. So other than that, Eric, I want to thank you and all the locals out there listening on the YouTubes, and hopefully listening afterwards on whatever streaming device we put this on, because I just always watch on YouTube because I like seeing the video.
I know you can definitely find it on Apple Podcast. I'm sure everywhere else you get your podcast as well.
Perfect.
And, shout out again to all the designers. Thank you so much for your submissions. Congratulations again to Taylor for the winning submission.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Seeing those in 109.
Sounds great. See you guys.
San Diego forever, oh,